are using for the data type. So I just briefing here, just class members either a static or instance member. Two types will be there in the class. That will be differentially we can write the syntax according to that syntax you people can understand. But what is the main motto of the static and instance members is right, they're having a own memory, like own copy of memory, and they can utilize where required. And some places we want to restrict this member into other class. That's the way we can define these instance members and static members. That's the reason. Just for example, I'm trying to take this one and explain what is instance fields and what is static field. For this example, for the time being, I just already stated all this document here. I just copy paste and tell that how we can utilize. So before going to that, already I make that as a class as a person. So just I want to how we can create a class in the project. Just right click on add. Here is a new item. Click on new item. My class name is person. Okay. I just make it as a person. I'm clicking on add. See, it is showing that. See, person. I'm just making as a person. If the class will be created, right? It is saying that the file name does not have any extension. Do you want to proceed with? It means every class, every file in the C sharp, anything that extension should be required. .cs extension is required. Without .cs extension, we can't able to create any file in the C sharp project. If it is not their .cs extension, the .NET framework can't able to compile your code and execute your code. Due to that reason, we should provide the .cs if the class we want to create. Right now, I'm creating the person class. So that's the reason I'm creating the name as a person and the extension should be .cs. Yeah. Default, the class has been created and already told that we have a different members is public, private, uh, internal and protected. Right now, the class defaultly will created by the .NET will create like this way internal class person. But mine is internal not required for me, so I want to make it as a public because I want to use this person class into another classes as well, different classes as well. That is the reason I'm creating the class with a public access modified. Okay, so for time being already I make this code, so just I want to use that here and explain that what is what. Like right now I'm inside the members, I am creating with like a public access modifier and my data type is string and name. Why I'm taking the string is right because mine it is a always collection of string letters, like that is the reason name is there. Name field always supposed to our names, right? Use the uh, what are the names, initial name, first name and last name, the name completely with the string characters. That is the reason I'm taking the string, and years always will be a digits, like 24, 34, like that digits will be there. So that is the reason I'm taking the integer as a data member. Okay, this is the way we can create the fields in whatever the class is a person class. Inside the fields we created, these fields are called as a instance fields. That is the meaning of instance fields. Why we are where we are actually using this instance fields, right? If you want to make any method inside a class, like a public void display info, or any, if I want to try to make one more method like public string full name. So here I want to utilize my name variable. written like this. So the different kind of methods, but wherever we are try to use these instance members inside our methods and inside our whatever the methods we want to call void, using the void database, it is names like a void in the sense we don't have any return type. String means we have a return type, so that is the difference between both. But these whatever we initialized in the class, these members always call as the instance fields. Just make it as the instance fields. You just keep in mind where actually why we are calling as instance fields, right? So suppose I want to assign some values to this name and age, but this I don't want to directly put into this class, but somewhere I want to use this person in my requirement. So that's the reason I'm just copying this person class. I want to use in my main program.cs. So this is my main program.cs. Actually, this is main program.cs means this is the entry point of the our C sharp program. So here I want to utilize person class. If you can make back to my videos like what is class and what is instance number, why we are using new keyword, all these all already sessions are completed. But if you are new people, it might be simple like some confusion there. But I want to repeat that one. If you want, if I already created a one class with a person here, so if I want to get all these members into the person other class, always I need to create a one instance for this instance means if you create a one more type of the person with the projection wise, like a, another blueprint, the duplicate, like if you are xerox, like person is the main person, this is the main person, we want to create one xerox guy like that. So that xerox guy will work into the different classes. So the same way, using that new keyword, I'm creating the one more person here. Just for understanding purpose, I'm telling you guys, but the definition is wise is different. Actually, this is the main guy with having the name and age and display info, full name, properties and methods. But the same these fields I want to utilize into different classes or different methods. So for that reason, I want to create a one more copy with the new keyword. New keyword always create a one object by using the main class. This is the main class. This is the object. The local variable is the object, and this is the main class with new keyword. New always allocating the memory for this person object. That is the reason we are using new keyword here. Without new keyword, we can't create a instance for this class. You mean duplicate for this class or other Xerox will not able to create without new keyword. That's the way you just keep in your mind how we are doing like here. So once we created person, I want to get the name, age, and display info, full name fields into program class and display. I mean, display in my table as well. I can assign some values also in this here. So just person dot. If you can just click dot, automatically you will get the all the instance members, whatever the assigned data members will be available here. So here I want to use name field. So go to the name field where it is there. It is there in the name field. Just click on name and assign some value as a test or a code beside that, like that. If next one is another field also I want to access. So just I just create using the object local variable and dot, I can see here age field. So click on that age field and assign one value as a 30. Okay. So these two values are already assigned and take the value. At the same time, we already told that some these are also instance members like what is that instance method. Display info is also instant method. So I can utilize this one also. How I can use this one? Just person dot display info. Let's see what is the result. We'll get it if this code is being executed. So I'm trying to execute this code because this is the entry point program static void main. Main is the entry point. So I'm going to execute this one. First, before going to execute, build the solution. Without building the solution, DLL will not be created and is not going to execute. Once it is built right, the code is without errors. The it is telling right build succeed 0 failed. If you have any error, compilation error or something, if suppose this is a age integer, I want to give, I mean to make it as a 30 instead of, I will use 30 as a string format. But is see, you can see this cannot implicitly convert a type string to integer because the age is integer field. You are being added as a string field. That is the reason you are not able to compile. It is showing the build error. If you're trying to build this solution, it will tell that, okay, if you have, see, you can see here in the build, 0 success and 1 failure. Okay, one failure is there. Just go to the error list, check that what is the failure. It is saying that cannot implicit convert to type to string. So click on it, it will navigate to your build error. So directly it is coming to here, right? So you can check it, you can change it. Okay, this is the string, not a string, it is a integer. Just keep that as a integer and build the solution. Now it will success. Now it is got success and go to the click this button, automatically the code will run into the console application. If I'm trying to run the application here, the console will open, the window console window will open and showing this name as a code decider and age is 30. You can see right this above one. Forget about this one because this is just defaultly we will get for the every console runner, but this is just a path of thing, but this is the main output of format. Name is code decider, age is 30. How it is possible? I'm just side by side you can see the result set, how it is going to possible. See here, mine is I'm using into the main method and person class and name and age and display info. But where I didn't mention this name and age in the these lines, but this is accessible in the persons class. Go to the persons class. See this. Here I've written the code like this with the string variable format. Name, assign the name. You can see code decider. I'm passing from the call and the age also I'm passing initialize as a 30. This is the way instance members and instance fields will assign the value and executed the methods wherever we are using this here. So one more thing I want to show how it is executed line by line also. The who are the new members, right? They can understand more easily. Actually, this is our output. How it will get and the debug point also I will share you. So who are practicing, just do the debugging way also. You can get how the values are assigning, how the display info is executed like. So if I'm trying to debug that, just I want to click here. So let's see. Now I didn't get any value here, and but here it is starting with this main method. Always C# will starting with public static void main method, and once it is started and it is going to the person class. In the person class, actually I didn't put the any debug point here. I just put here also. Let's see it is coming or not in these members. Already the person is class is created with age 0, name null, because initially in this person class name and age we didn't assign any value, so default integer data type takes a 0 and name as empty null. That's the reason in the person class you can see age is 0, name is null. Next, it is going to name is assigned to code decider. You can see person dot name is code decider now. Next line. Now person dot age is now 30. It is already executed. But now I am executing the person class inside method is display info. So let's see display info is executed or not. Now it is going to this person class and it is executed now, started to executing display info. Here name is coming as code decider, age is coming as a 30. So once it is executed console.write line, automatically it is displays the data into our console application like this with code decider and age 30. This is called about instance member inside the class, how it will work, and what is the already I make the example, right? All the things are I make it here. So this is the way. One more example also like using the person one class and person two. So let's see the person two how it will behaves. Right now I done for the person one only, just a person. If I'm trying to make one more object, let's see how it will be say behaves and what's the output we will get. So just we can see that for a reason I'm just already have code in my hand and just created a person two and using that creating another instance for the person. This is called a new instance. Already we have created one object. This is a second object, but the both object names should not be similar. If I'm trying to make a same similar object name, it will tell that, oh, you are already a local variable of function named person is already defined in the scope. This scope in the sense in between these curl braces the scope will be valid. So that's the reason outside of the class will allow, but inside of this class the already person variable is created, you can't able to create a new variable with the same name. So that's the reason I make it as a person one or person two. Just for the reason, for the time being I'm just make it as a person two. The person two having the names as Bob. For right now Bob is created and person two dot age is 25 as assigned, but that same display info method I'm using, let's see output should be Bob and 25. Here output should be code decider and 30. So let's see both outputs will be how it will looks. It is coming first time with the code decider executed, executed. Let's see what is the value is there. Less already, right? Name code decider one time is executed, second method also going to execute. Let's see what is the value now. It is got executed. It is now it is name Bob and age is 25. This is the way input are we are providing here. Input is Bob and 25. The output will be the name Bob and 25. How it is possible? Because of this instance members. That is the reason instance member is useful in our classes. Person class and different classes. We can regarding the according to our requirement only we can utilize our instance members and all these things. Any doubts? Please ask. It is any confusion here? Hope you guys understand this instance member. What is instance member? How we can initialize the object and get the value? How we can give the input? Any doubts? Please ask. I will go for the next class if you don't have any doubts on this one.
No one is there in class.